Welcome. Today's lesson is all about confidence. And basically, my question to you is, would you like to know how I went about getting my first date in huge, believe you me, if you hang around to this end of this lesson, you'll find out why they are huge, air quotes. And basically, this went on to produce over 763,267 euros and 23 euro cents worth of business in 17 minutes or less. And it turned into 61% more profit for my business over a 6-month period, guaranteed. And all I did was I used one simple method, which this first date in those huge air quotes won for me. And it's all about confidence. So without further ado, then let's get started. So today's lesson is all about confidence. This is the short lesson from YouTube. And remember, if you want to get hold of the longer lesson with the workbooks, with the worksheets, with the homework, with the action points, with the downloadable resources, then you can click on the link below. Just click on the top link in the comment section below. Now, what we've got here is we've got a screen with some blanks. Something comes before confidence, and after confidence, confidence comes before something else, which comes before something else. Let's dive in and let's find out what this is all about and how this transformed and how this can transform your business. You see, competence comes before confidence. And what I mean by competence is I mean there whenever you're competently able to handle, able to practice, able to rehearse all of the things there that life may throw at you from your clients, from your coaching clients, because all of you people out there watching these videos are coaches. So the one thing there that you excel at is you excel at competence. And what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to show you how I put these two things together. And what I do is every morning, every evening when I'm brushing my teeth, I've got a very long rectangular mirror inside my bathroom. And this is what the marketeer, Anthony Robbins, says. He calls this no downtime. When I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm shaving my head from the few remaining hairs that I have there, I'm always reading the little post-its that I have stuck to the glass, except when my little 6.5-year-old marketing assistant removes them for her doll's house. But on it, what I've got is I've got written my message very clearly, my USP, my unique selling proposition. And I suggest that you have the same, because whenever we come to the end of this lesson, I'm going to ask you two very simple, but very straightforward. And one of them looks deceptively simple. And these are two quintessential British questions. There are two questions written in the British English language. So pay particular attention if you come from any of the other of the top, let's say the remaining 5 of the top 6 English-speaking countries in the world. I think I come from number 6 in terms of our population, nothing else. We are now the number 1 country in the European Union for speaking English, now that our neighbors from Great Britain have left. Okay, so competence comes before confidence. Now, what does confidence come before? Not only in the dictionary, but also in this marketing framework. So confidence comes before currency. Now think about it. What is your currency? Because we've got lots of people out there, and some of them are commodities brokers. Some of them are stock traders. Some of them are gold and silver brokers. Well, I suppose they're also commodity brokers. Some of them are mortgage lenders. Some of them are realtors. Some of them have got real products there to sell. But we are in the services business. We are in the coaching services business. And my aim is to help you, all of you established, ambitious coaches out there, to help you by building you these 2 landing pages so that you can show up by leveraging the unique power of video in a dramatically different way, so that you can show up basically like nobody else on this planet to your targeted avatar. Okay. And your currency is the currency of knowledge, the currency of knowledge. So it's not the currency, like let's say this is a crisp US $20 bill. Okay. This is a crisp US $20 bill, and that is real fiat currency. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about a digital form of currency. I'm not talking about Bitcoin. I'm not talking about all of those chocolate coins that we went around all of the conferences with, but I'm talking about the hard currency of knowledge. You see, you all are knowledge brokers. You are bridge builders. You are trying to get the people to the promised land, across the bridge. And if you remember, the bridge has like got a huge downside to it. There's a huge pit, a huge valley with these dangerous marketing sharks. You remember in my images, I used this image of this cutesy marketing shark designed by my significant other, but it might be a cutesy marketing shark. But in actual fact, what we're trying to represent there is the fact that these marketing sharks will fleece you in advance for many, many, many thousands of dollars. And what we're trying to do here that is dramatically different is we are trying to get you some genuine results in advance so that you can turn around to us and you can say, wow, look at Marta. Wow, look at Ola. Wow, look at all of these people. They are helping me. They are genuinely helping me to show up like nobody else on the planet, and then to start getting results before we even consider inviting you into our community to talk about the possibility of bringing you on as a client or not, if you're a good fit, if we are a good fit for one another. If not, no worries. You know, we will remain friends on social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on wherever Ola is putting me these days. So currency comes before currency calculator. And in the long form lesson, what you will get is you will get a downloadable worksheet where you, where you will be instructed how to fill in your currency, how to fill in your value, how to fill in there the amazing things that you do so well, better, faster, and quicker. Or as somebody else said to me this morning during one of those coaching sessions, or something there that you do with incredible fun, incredible passion, making people excited, making people enthused about the prospect of doing business with you. And this is so important. So this is your currency calculator. And again, there, if you pop over to the link in the top of the comment section below, you will see where this all comes into play. Okay. Now, these are some quotes there that I found from the internet, and they are all dealing with the same common theme. And that common theme is confidence. So we've got one here from Rihanna. We've got one here. I love this image, by the way. This is from the Polish born SVP, the Senior Vice President of Salesforce. Salesforce is a CRM system which some of you out there are using for your coaching empire. And a really nice quote as well, but a really, really nice image. I wonder how many shots it took to actually get that image looking like that. Really, really nice image. Here's another one from Mark Schaefer, and he's the executive director at Schaefer Marketing Solutions. And he comes up with a really powerful quote. There really is only one you, and that is your most valuable resource. And it's also your secret weapon. Because remember, even if you're sitting out there and you're a twin, the difference is that you have come on to your unique journey. You have followed your path in life there that is different to the path that your twin has followed. Okay, so everybody is different. Remember, I sit here with 2 uncomfortable friends on my shoulder in the form of Michael Parkinson and the form of Madame Tourette. I give them names there, and they are what I call my uncomfortable friends. And I never thought in 1,000,000 years, if I had been on this planet that long, that I would ever be speaking to people about confidence, that I would ever be standing up on stage in front of people talking about all of these solutions, and tongue-tied, flustered, and then thinking to myself, and this is what I tell all of my students, this is what I teach all of my clients, that confidence, what I do is, the technique that I use is, if I feel that the Tourette's, or if I feel that the Parkinson's is overcoming me, is overwhelming me, what I do is I stick my tongue, the tip of my tongue, the top of my tongue, between my teeth, and I bite really hard. And yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, it's painful. And yes, believe you me, I do not recommend that you do this too often. But how many times over the past, let's say, 2 years and a bit, have we had the opportunity of speaking from stage, or from speaking from a Zoom, or from a webinar platform? Not that much. So what I'm trying to say to you is that take this opportunity, remember this technique whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or flustered, because what this does is it transcends me back to all of those moments, those daily moments, those twice daily moments where I'm looking in the bathroom mirror as I'm flossing, or as I'm brushing my teeth, or as I'm shaving my head of those few remaining hairs. And I'm thinking to myself, what is my message? What is my USP? What are my things? And this is what I'm talking about whenever I say competence comes before confidence, and confidence comes before currency, and currency comes before your currency calculator. And this is what we call the Instagram confidence checklist. My colleague, my trusted colleague, and my business development manager, Ola, tells us she's going to put these messages, our messages, they're the messages from Marta, Ola, and myself, onto Instagram Reels. And then she's going to make us show up like nobody else on this planet, like the way that we're showing up every day on Facebook, on YouTube, at the top of YouTube, at the top of Google, on page 1 of Google, on page 1 of Facebook. And then we're showing up, and we're persevering through the low engagement there, because remember, at the start, you know, our videos may only get 5, 15, 17, 19 views per day. But over time, over the course of time, this will grow exponentially. And when this does, it brings with it fantastic results. Google start to reward you. YouTube start to reward you. Facebook start to reward you in terms of cheaper ads. And Facebook is linked to Instagram. Instagram is linked to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is linked to Messenger. And whenever you start to use all of these tools together in the way that we teach you, step by step by step, then you start to be able to becoming a receptacle for boosting other people's content. And we teach you some amazing ways how to show up dramatically different, like nobody else on this planet. So how do we do things in iCanDOur, in our digital marketing practice? Well, first and foremost, what we do is, when the person is able to show up, when the person is not able to show up. For example, last week, we had a few cases of coronavirus, not only in our client list, but also in our family. There are my mother and 2 of my remaining sisters all contracted the Omicron variant. I think it's now Omicron version 5.0, I'm not actually sure. But anyway, what this meant was that we went through this in a recorded fashion, and we sent them all little 20-minute snippets of the things that we would have covered in the lesson. Anyway, we offer them all a free 17.5-minute discussion analysis, and we go through 5 points of their presence online. Okay. So we go through, first and foremost, through their website. We see if there is any sales process that is visible there. We see if they have any funnels or any email marketing strategies in place? And quite often we find, no, they don't. Then the second thing that we do is we YouTube them first. We go to YouTube and we try to find out if they as an individual or if they as a company. Remember, we only deal with established coaches, people that have been in business at least for 2 years. So they should have a brand, they should have a name. And what we're doing is we're searching for them as an individual and them as a company. So, and then the second thing is that we Google them and we see where their message is falling in Google. If it's on page 100 or page 68 or page 7. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to suggest them things that we can do differently. Okay. So then what we do next is we do something that we call a trends analysis. And you'll have to come over to the longer lesson there to find out what we mean by that. The next thing that we do is we do something that we call keywords everywhere. It's another tool, and we show them how to use that properly so that they can get more engagement for themselves and for their brand on the internet. And then we come along with 2 what I call quintessential British questions. And people are always scared. People are always frightened. People are always concerned. You're going to ask me a question, Paul. Yes, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not going to ask you 1 question. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And this is in the first meeting. Now, what are those questions? Because people are always frightened. They're always terrified. They're always going, oh my goodness, are these questions going to be difficult? Let's see. Come with me. These questions are normally top secret, but I'm going to show you that only once. The first question is, Yak Shemash. This phrase was made famous by the actor Ali G in his alter ego Borat. This is played by the actor Sacha Baron Cohen, and he's famous on both sides of the Atlantic, both sides of the Pacific. He's a very famous British actor, musician, personality. And in that movie, in these excerpts, in these clips, he always starts off with the things, hello, Yak Shemash. It was even made into a song, Yak Shemash kochanie. And what this is the Polish version of how they say, I've now done a blank, what is it in the other languages? Well, in Gaelic, of course, it's Conasatatu. And there in French, it's Comment allez-vous? Ça va. In German, it's Wie geht's. In Italian, it's Come stai. And then in Spanish, I've just forgotten it. Como out. Oh, I've forgotten. I've drawn a mental blank. I do apologize. But in English, this is where things get a little bit complicated. And this is why I've written it down in Polish. Because in North America, you would say, how you doing? Or if you were, let's say, the actor Matt LeBlanc, how you doing? Like that. In Canada, there you would say, I love the Canadian people, I love their accent, but they've got 2 varieties. They've got the people who speak the British English, and they've got people who speak French, Canadian French. And they would say, how are you? Or how you are. In Ireland, they would say, how's she cutting? In Australia, they would say, what would you say, Leanne? G'day. G'day. Yeah, like those ones. And basically, what we're saying is, how do they say it in Britain? And in old British English, I was watching an episode of a sitcom, a situation comedy called Little Britain. And it's played by the 2 actors, very, very good actors, Matt Lucas and David Walliams. David Walliams is also, he's a talented presenter. He presents The X Factor with Simon Cowell and one of the Spice Girls. And I think there were some other people. Paula Abdul is in the US version. But these people presented this show called Little Britain, and in it they use these expressions again and again and again. How do you do? How do you do? And it's very quintessentially British. Now, I always use that question as an icebreaker because people think, okay, how do you do? How are you, basically? And then they think to themselves, oh, okay, well, I can answer that question. You know, they're good, they're bad, they're depressed, they're feeling up, they're feeling down, they're feeling a little bit better, they're feeling maybe apprehensive, nervous, whatever. And I put them at ease. I put them at ease. I tell them, nobody can be more nervous than I. I am nervous 24/7, 365 and a quarter days a year, even when I sleep. But then it comes along to the second question. Now look at the second question. The second question looks easy, but it's actually deceptively difficult. What do you do? So the first question is, how do you do? The second question is, what do you do? Now, I'll tell you what I normally get. What I normally get is I normally get a litany of how they are the best at something, how they have excelled, how they came first in their class in Yale or Harvard, how they did this. And you get a long litany, especially with coaches, especially with lawyers and accountants. And there are some of those people at the beginning when we work together, I get a long litany of, oh, I'm great at this, I'm fantastic at this, I'm world class at this, I'm better than the invention of the wheel at something else. And that's not the right way to go about this. And in the longer lesson, if you come over, remember, click on the links at the top of the comment section just below this video. After you've liked it, after you've subscribed, clicked on the little bell notification, do those things first. And then after that, think about what's your answer to the question, what do you do? What do you do? And what we're after is we're after a carefully honed piece of text there that shows the person how you can help them. And in other words, remember, they're all tuned, as these marketeers say in their books, into WIFM radio station. What's in it for me? What's in it for them? How are you helping? And in the longer form video, we have got 10 examples for I'm going to forget some of these, aren't I? For an app development coach, for a mobile software agency, for a transcription coach, for a business coach, for a breastfeeding coach, for a CDL mentoring coach, for a leadership coach, for an executive leader coach, for a legal coach, and for an accountancy coach. Wow, I actually did it. I actually remembered all 10 of them. Wow. I need my son, Patrick, on my back to give me another pat on the back. I didn't think I was going to do that. Anyway, those are the 10 examples, and we will go through the 10 examples in a little bit of detail to give you an idea of how we should carefully craft, carefully hone our message so that we are getting it crystal clear, with clarity, with confidence, with conviction, with competence. And we are displaying to these people our currency, okay? Our currency, our knowledge broking currency. Remember, we are knowledge brokers. All of you coaches out there are knowledge brokers, okay? And you see, by doing this, what happens is two things. You get the ability to show up like nobody else on this planet. And you get the ability to be able to magnetically become attractive to your ideal target audience. In other words, your avatar. And you get the ability to repel all of those people. You know, if this person is not a coach, if they're not an accountancy coach or a transcription coach or a CDL mentoring coach or a leadership coach, then basically they are not my ideal target avatar. And I will recommend them to other people. They might be a boxing coach, fine. They might be a fitness coach, perfect. Any type of coach, any type of established coach, those are the types of people that I want to work with, because those are the type of people that I can help to get results online, better, faster, quicker, with more fun in the process. They're to get to the results, the destination of getting them online recurring streams of income. Okay. So remember, this lesson has all been about confidence. And remember, competence comes before confidence. Confidence comes before currency, and currency comes before the all-important currency calculator. And if you come over, if you click on the link below, then what will happen is you'll be redirected to the landing page. You can fill in your details there, and then you can get hold of the longer form lesson. And then we'll tell you how to get hold of the downloadable resources, the currency calculator. This came from a person called Aaron Fletcher. And it's a very, very, very popular tool that helps you get absolute clarity in what you should be doing for your customers, especially those that you want to help by leveraging the unique power of video in a dramatically different way and showing up like nobody else on this planet. So this has been the lesson about confidence, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's lesson, which is all about, let me see, it's all about the compelling offer. Make them an offer, make them a Godfather offer that they cannot refuse. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow, and this is me, PG Mac, saying peace out. See you tomorrow. Bye for now. Hello, everybody, and thank you once again for watching today's video. We hope you got a lot of value from it. Now, remember, we are social, and here are our contact details at the moment appearing on your screen. Now, remember, these are the 3 types of things that we do dramatically different in this wonderful world of digital marketing. We focus on 3 things: the power of video by leveraging the unique power of video in a dramatically different way. Number 2, we help you to build your list, even if you've got a very small list. And we also help you to retarget the people that are already on your list. Now, the 3rd thing that we help people to do is we help them to build a sales pipeline, something that we call a magic sales 11x funnel. And remember, everything is fully guaranteed by our 60-day super duper titanium plated money back, one conditional guarantee. Don't forget about the one condition. You have to do the work. And also, here's the link for, as we promised at the beginning of the video, for our free 60-day video training series challenge. This is vts.icandour.net. And if you would like to book a free one-on-one strategy call, a business upgrade call with myself, PG Mac, here are the details. It's calendar.icandour.net. If you click on that link, then it will take you straight over to my calendar. And if you're lucky enough, there may be 1 or 2 slots still available to talk with me. Okay, those are the contact details once again. So we look forward to hearing from you. And please remember, reach out with any questions or comments that you may have. And remember to like us and subscribe, hit the little bell notification icon below. And we look forward to seeing you very much in tomorrow's video. Thank you once again. And this is me, PG Mac, saying peace out. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.